You don't need massive views or viral hits to make good money on YouTube. You hear a lot of people talk about, you got to go viral. You got to get these videos with hundreds of thousands of views or 1 million views. And the truth is, guys, you can do it with a small channel. I'm actually going to share a case study here in just a minute where one video with 15,000 views generated $3,000 in sales of digital products, and not some big high ticket product or anything like that. A $47 product that generated $3,000 from one video. So let's talk about it. So recently on one of my channels, I was going through my usual routine, right? Creating educational style content. And one day I uploaded a video that somewhat unexpectedly took off, right? And this wasn't anything fancy. This was my normal process, just a 10-minute video on a topic that I was pretty passionate about. And it started getting traction pretty quick. And instantly I started to get that feeling that you've probably had before if you had a video take off, right? You start to see the view count climb. You start to see the comments rolling in. And these comments were people thanking me for creating the video. But the other big part of it was people were asking a lot of questions. And usually when I see a lot of questions and people thanking me for the video, that's a great sign. That means something great is about to happen with that video. Well, in this case, that was just a 10-minute video, nothing crazy about it, but people were really dialed into it. Well, I took that core concept from that 10-minute video and I expanded it into a deep dive. And what happened from that is I ended up with about a 3-hour course when it was all said and done. So I started with the YouTube video on that topic, deep dove it, and ended up with about a 3-hour course that I could put up for sale. Now, with that course ready, I set the price at $47 and I put a call to action in the description of that video. And I set up what we're going to talk about today, a lead magnet where I could actually capture leads that weren't quite ready to buy that $47 course yet that I could sell to later. Well, by the time that video hit 15,000 views, guys, I had 61 sales of that course from that single video. And again, remember, this video wasn't anything special. It was just something that I was teaching on my channel and people really started commenting on and liking. So roughly $3,000 in sales from one single video. And that was just part of my regular content schedule. Now, what makes this even more interesting is, this course wasn't something that I created before I launched this video. So really, when you think about it, I didn't make sales off of a video that had 15,000 views because I probably didn't get that video up until half those views had already occurred. So really, it was about $3,000 from a video that got 7,000 views. So all that to say that you don't need to get a ton of views to make good money selling courses on your channel. So this got me thinking, what if we took this entire approach across multiple videos over the course of the year and we break down the math and we look at it this way? So one thing that I want you to think about as we end this year and we go into next year, I want you to commit to yourself. What would happen if I committed to just posting 2 videos per week? Well, if you could commit to that all next year, guys, that's 104 videos over the course of the year. Now, if we use the 80-20 rule on YouTube, that tells us that about 20% of those videos are going to perform somewhat well for our channel. And let's be conservative here. Let's not even talk about the 15,000 views that video I referenced got. Let's say that you only get 5,000 or 10,000 views on those 20% of videos that do really well, right? If we use the same 0.5% conversion that I got in our case study example, which really is about 1% if you think about it from, roughly half the views, but let's be conservative and let's use 0.5%. Here's what that could look like with a $47 product. So if you had 20 videos that averaged about 5,000 views, that's 100,000 views over the course of the year. And at a 0.5% conversion rate, that's about 500 buyers. And 500 buyers buying a $47 course, guys, is $23,500 in potential revenue. And that's just 5,000 views on those breakout videos on your channel. Now let's look at this and say, okay, well, what happens if I did a little better than that and I averaged about 10,000 views on those breakout videos? Well, now you're looking at 200,000 total views over the course of the year. That same conversion rate gets you 1,000 buyers, and 1,000 buyers of a $47 course is a $47,000 in revenue. And in real life, that was really about a 1% conversion rate. So you can practically double that amount right there. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen to you, but if you put in the work and you put in the 104 videos and you get the 20% of those that do really well, that's where this thing gets powerful. So let's look at this, right? I think it helps when you can kind of see this visually, what 100 videos actually looks like. So right here, this represents 104 videos of us just posting 2 per week. Well, of those 104, you see all those there, it only averages out to about 20 of those doing really good on our channel. A very small piece of this big group up here. Guys, most YouTubers fail because they don't do this top part, right? They shoot for doing this right here, the 20 winners. They're trying to make the 20 winners. Well, these 20 winners happen because you did the work of the 104 up here. So most people fail because they simply don't post enough. So you got to think that out of every 20 videos that you're going to post on your channel, only about 4 of those are actually going to perform well, right? Those 4 videos are going to drive the bulk of your growth. It happens so often where you get that one video that takes off, and then all of a sudden, all those other 20 videos that you posted before that start getting views and watch time and all that stuff, because those breakout videos drive everything that happens on your channel. It's the bulk of the growth of your channel. It's the bulk of your views. It's the bulk of your income. And the other 16 are still powerful because when those breakout videos happen, they start to get views too. But most importantly, what those videos do for you is they help you learn. They help you figure out, what works on YouTube. They help you figure out what isn't working and helps you getting to those videos that break out on your channel. So here's why posting frequency matters, right? Let's look at 2 hypothetical YouTubers and see how this plays out. YouTuber A, they post twice a week. Well, over the course of the year, we know that's 104 videos in a year. Where YouTuber B posts once a week, that's only 52 videos in a year. And at the end of the year, you got to think about this. Who's planted more seeds that are going to grow into that big oak tree? Who's put out more assets that are going to continue to pay them over the course of the year? Which one of these YouTubers has more data to work with at the end of the year? So when you post those 104 videos, you're going to get all the analytics from it. You're going to be able to dial in your audience. You're going to be able to find out what topics that they're interested in. And YouTuber A wins hands down regardless. So picture it like this, guys. YouTuber A posting twice a week has at least 20 potential winners at the end of the year. YouTuber B, if we use our 80-20 rule, is only looking at about 10 successful videos on your channel. And when it comes down to it, guys, that's a big difference, right? With every video, YouTuber A is stacking the odds in their favor, and more content means more chances for them to win and drive big growth and profit. So how do we capitalize on this, right? So hopefully I've drilled in your head at this point that you're going to commit to those 2 videos per week and posting 100 videos next year, because I truly believe that if you could do that, you could build something big next year. But how do we actually capitalize on it? Well, that is where the funnels come in. So we're going to go through the 3 YouTube profit funnels. But let's talk about the YouTube lead magnet funnel. Okay. So where it all starts is we have a YouTube video here. And in this video, we got our description. And in the description of this video, we're going to offer our audience something for free, right? A lead magnet, something like a checklist, a guide, something like the playbook that I'm offering you for watching this video today. Well, when people click that link in our description, they're going to get taken to a simple email capture page. It has a headline at the top, has some bullet points talking about what they're going to get, and a simple button that when they click on, it's going to ask them to enter their name and their email, or just their email. And this is where things start to get pretty cool, because once they do that, number 1, they get added to our email list and our autoresponder. And number 2, they get taken to a thank you page. And in this funnel, we keep it simple. They hit this thank you page and they're able to download that free guide that they requested. But here's where the power comes in. So now that they've signed up for our email list, we have an automated email campaign set up right here. And each one of these, over the course of, every day or every couple days, these emails are going to go out. And these emails are going to deliver even more value, but most importantly, they're also going to send people to the sales page of your course or digital product. So in my example from before, I actually had about 15 emails in a campaign that once somebody clicked on that link in the description of my video, downloaded the free thing, they would get an email about every day or every couple days. It was about 15 emails over the course of 20 or 30 days that they would receive. And each one of those emails, I would provide some good content, some good tips. And at the end, I would say, hey, by the way, if you really want to deep dive this, I have an entire course on it. And they would all lead back to the sales page for that $47 course. Now, let's take things a different route. Okay. So that's just one way to do it. Another way that we can do this is with what I call the low ticket funnel. All right. And how this one differentiates a little bit is we don't add people to an email list first. Right. So the complaint with this one a lot of times is, well, you get a lot of freebie seekers, people that just want the free stuff, which if you do it right, you can turn a lot of those people into buyers. But a lot of people like to start with a low ticket funnel. How this works is you still have your same YouTube videos, but now the link in your description of those videos takes people to a low ticket offer, something like a $1 offer or a $7 offer, something like that. But the power with this funnel, guys, is you're not getting those freebie seekers. Anybody that signs up for this right here means that they have been willing to get out their credit card and pay you. Pretty powerful stuff. So now you're not building a list of people that are just trying to get something for free. You're getting a list of people that have already been proven to buy something from you. And from here, it looks the same, right? We still have an automated email campaign set up that emails are going out to people, giving tips, giving value, but also sending them over to our course sales, right? This is our sales page right here where people can buy our products. Now, the other thing we didn't even talk about yet is this right here allows you to capture your audience. So every time you create a video on YouTube, you send them an email. Every time you promote an affiliate product or create a new digital product or course, you send them an email, right? So everything we do gets multiplied by this email list that we're building right here. Now, the next funnel I want to talk about is very similar to the one that we just talked about, but it allows you to get a little more money on the front end. So in this case, we put out a video, people come in, they click on the link in the description, they get the opportunity to buy something low ticket here, like a little guide or a playbook or, a cheat sheet, something like that. Well, once they buy right here, we send them to an upsell page where they can buy something that goes right along with this. So the example I like to use in this, let's say, for example, that I'm selling a playbook on how to create really amazing thumbnails, right? So somebody watches a video that I talk about how to create awesome thumbnails. And then in the description, I talk about a guide that they can get that's going to help them create awesome thumbnails. Well, after they get sold this and they buy this for $1, they get sent to a page here where it might be a $27 offer for a whole group of templates for thumbnails, right? And the reason this converts really well is it's very congruent, right? They spent something, very cheap right here, just $1 or $7. And now I just made their life easier by giving them a whole bunch of templates. And guys, I've seen about 30 to 50% conversion rates on something like this. But the key to getting conversion rates like that is these have to be congruent. And from here, guys, again, it stays the same. You have your automated email campaign and any digital products or courses you have here on the back end, we continue to promote through our email campaign. And what you'll see on this one, you just get more revenue up front, right? You get that $1 sale and 30 to 50% of those people convert to the $27 offer. And then even more of them convert on the back end of that $47 or higher ticket course that you have on the back end. Now, how do you optimize this even more, right? You've seen the funnels, but how do you take this to the next level? The way I like to look at this is every one of these can be a hybrid. So that case study I gave you earlier, if I go all the way back to this one right here, I actually had a combination. Okay, so actually I want to go back to here. I had a combination. So when people watch that video, down in the description, I had a couple things. One, I had a link that would take them through this funnel right here. This was for the people that weren't ready to buy yet. They wanted the opportunity to get a free guide or checklist, something like that. And they'd be taken to the download page, get entered on my email campaign, and I would send them through that. They would get those tips every single day, and then I would upsell the course. Now, at the same time, they could actually come into a funnel like this where right from the video, they could buy the course, right? So there was two links here. One sent them through the lead magnet funnel and one said, hey, if you want to actually get my entire course on this, just click right here. And it would take them to the sales page directly for that course. And if they didn't buy, obviously they didn't go through this whole thing, but if they did, they would still go through this whole thing. And that's how you kind of double that up to get even more bang for your buck. You're going to get the people that aren't ready to buy yet, but you're also going to get the people that really like your content and want to buy right away. The other cool thing that you can do with this, guys, is that any one of these funnels, you can put a lead magnet in front of. So just because this one right here takes them, from a lead magnet to a download page, you can put a lead magnet in this funnel right here, right? So they come to your video, they watch the content, they want to get the free thing. So they click on it, they get the free thing right here. And then we offer them a low ticket offer. And same thing with this one, right? They could come in here, watch this video, get your free thing, then get shown a low ticket offer, then an upsell, and then go into a deeper campaign that takes them to all your other products that you offer. And really that's how you kind of maximize this, guys. So if we go here to the end, if you want to get all these diagrams and kind of dive deeper into this, I go pretty in depth in it. Just comment playbook below this video and I'll make sure I get that sent out to you. And thank you guys for tuning in.